Hi everybody, welcome to Back to Nature. I'm your host Rhea, and today we have a very special guest with us, Karunia. She owns a clothing brand called Rumba, and she uses natural dyes to dye her fabrics. So today we're going to talk about how she does it and her process. And also, we're also going to challenge her sense of smell because we have 4 essential oils that she's going to have to guess what they are. And the last one is tricky because it's actually a blend. So are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready.
First question. So can you tell us, how did you get into natural dyeing?
Okay, so my inspiration with natural dyes came when I was visiting Rumba. It was about 3 years ago. And while I was there, I was visiting a place where they made ikats. And I was super fascinated by the process of natural dyeing their yarns. So over there, I basically, it really sparked my inspiration.
Amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So there is so much to natural dyeing. Could you go through with us some steps?
Yeah, so natural dye is extremely complex, just like any kind of dyeing, whether it's synthetic or whether it's natural. I like to divide the process into 2 sections. One is the preparation of your material before natural dyeing, which is just as important as the dyeing itself. So the preparation of natural dye is the scoring process. You must boil your material. I use pH neutral soap and some other secret ingredients in there.
All right.
But, and then you must work from left to right with your hands. We don't machine wash or anything, and you are basically running your hands through with water left to right, taking away all the debris and oils from the different yarns because it's been stored either in after the mills.
Yep.
It's been stored in storage stations, and it's collecting dust and it's collecting things that you need to get rid of.
And if there is dust when you start dyeing, like what happens?
Well, the colors won't adhere basically
Okay.
to the yarn, so you will get a different. You can get even different shades of colors, or it just won't be as strong and it won't be as long lasting. So you want to be as clean as possible and make room for your colors to basically bind to the yarns.
Okay.
And so the second process is the dyeing process itself, which is very different because if you're using tree leaves or if you're using bark and you're using berries or you're using flowers, will be very different from each other.
Okay, so here you have some samples of
Yes.
things that you have made.
Yes, I do.
So do you want to just tell us a little bit about what?
Yes,
Yeah.
so here I have a sample of marigold. So
Wow.
marigold gives me a very, very nice bright
And you would never
yellow.
guess that actually comes from marigold because it's so bright.
Yeah, it's so bright. It's super beautiful. This is also very similar to the yellow. This is from the achiote berry or the lipstick berry. It's on my Instagram. I have a video of how I work with the achiote
Okay, and
berry.
we'll take a look at that as well.
Yeah, and this is from the second dye bath of marigold. So every time you dye, it will become lighter and lighter if you've already put in a slot of a cutoff of material. The second time you do it, it won't be as strong, basically.
And
Here
then-
I have green, which is from indigo and the mango leaf.
Okay, so that's like a
Together.
mixture of 2 things.
Yeah, 2 colors to get green. This is what indigo looks like. It's so beautiful. Also smells very natural.
So when you're dyeing, so you basically get your natural color and you kind of boil it, right? I'm mistaken.
Yeah, so berries and also avocado and also with flowers, they have the same process, which is basically boiling. So I boil on a very low heat for like an hour, and then of course I strain it. It's very important to strain. So I strain it almost 3 times with different materials, silk being actually the best for creating almost like a little net.
Yep.
For straining. Then once I have the dye bath ready, then I prepare my material first to be dyed, so it needs a fixer.
Okay,
It needs
and
to have a
then
mordant.
you brought one here, yeah.
Yeah. So my mordant I use Simplocos, which is actually a plant that's in Flores, and there is an organization over there that basically harvests the Simplocos and they bring it back to Bali, and Threads of Life is selling them, which is amazing, by the way. You need
So a
to check out
fixer,
Threads of Life.
basically, you were explaining to me before, it kind of attaches the color onto the material?
Yeah, so fixer basically it gives room for the color to bind to the yarns, basically.
So that's basically the key to...
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and it's high in aluminum. So fixers are usually high in aluminum, and this is a natural fixer and also naturally high in aluminum. So that's why it's actually an excellent binder.
Okay, amazing. All right. So, first challenge. We have this oil here, and I'm going to give you some clues. It has energizing and antiseptic, antidepressant qualities.
Okay.
And then for your skin, it helps promote healthy skin and smooth skin. The method of extraction is cold pressed, and hint, it's used in the flavoring industry. Here, have a flavoring industry.
Oh, vanilla?
No, you have a smell first. Smell before you guess.
Orange.
Yes. First one, right?
Nice. Very cool.
Perfect. You did so well. Okay. Third question.
I'm feeling good.
What are the pros and cons about natural dyeing versus conventional dyeing?
Okay, so a lot of people think this might be an obvious one, which it is. It's obviously less detrimental to the environment because when you're using synthetic dyes, especially in Indonesia, they have no way of recycling the water back into the system. A lot of the times it is just discarded into the rivers, which then leads back into the ocean and then leads back also into the lakes and contaminates basically the ecosystem
That's really
that
sad.
is there. Yeah, so the good thing about natural dye, it's less detrimental to the environment. Also, the natural dye company that I use here, they recycle the water. They have filtering plants that helps return basically the pH of the water back to its natural pH level.
Okay.
Yes, and the cons of natural dyes are some people like to obviously have the same color material or garment that they bought. And natural dyes, it will shed its color through many different washes. Some people don't like to know or have to deal with the fact that their garment is changing color. But the idea behind natural dye is to love your garment at every stage of its
So it's something that
shedding
evolves,
process.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, like exposure to sun, and after washing it will lose its color.
Yep.
And you can always re-dye it. That's also something that benefits. And you can also re-dye it here in Bali, which is great.
So what I thought was really interesting about using natural dyes is like to get the same consistent color, even though you have like the same batch, is not always the case, right?
Yeah, so it's really difficult to always get the same color because, especially like working with berries, you have different seasons. So different seasons and different times that you will pick the berries from the tree, like the Balinese mulberry, where I have these silvers.
This is so amazing because you wouldn't guess that this is mulberry.
Yeah,
right?
So I actually have a darker one, which is almost like bluish. So that one I picked the berries that were already on the tree for about 3 weeks, whether these were probably on the tree for about 1 week.
So that's really amazing that the amount of time the berries are on the tree really affects the color that will turn
definitely.
into, right?
Also the season and the time of harvest always will affect the color. Of course, mango leaf will be something that you can more guarantee on color, which will be yellow. And same with indigo. But with berries and with flowers, it's a little bit different.
Okay, similar to essential oils, because with our essential oils, depending on when you pick them and then what season, if it was rainy or how the soil was at that time of the year, the smell actually changes. So natural dyeing is really similar to that.
Yeah, it's so interesting, the magic of botany.
Yeah, and nature, right?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So challenge number 2, we have another essential oil. Okay. So clues. This oil is from Indonesia. There was a lot of wars because of this spice. And the benefits of this oil, it helps aid digestion. It has antiseptic properties. It helps reduce mood swings. And it helps relieve constipation. And for skin, it helps fight acne and fade blemishes and also stimulates hair growth.
Okay.
So this is a bit more tricky.
I'm going to guess clove.
No, but smell
first.
first.
I'm thinking wars.
But close.
Oh.
And it's one of the secret ingredients in Coca-Cola. Yes.
Oh. Oh, this one's really difficult.
Yeah, this one's more difficult.
But I know, is it eucalyptus?
No. It's a more like, think about, like, you can use it in savory and you can also use it in like sweet dishes. It's more of like a Christmas treat. It's like some secret, yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of it. I'm so close, I bet you if I do.
You're so close. It's a friend of clove.
It's a friend of clove.
And it's found in
Cengkeh?
chais. Temannya cengkeh.
Temannya cengkeh.
Come on, it's like... Okay, it's grown in Banda Neira, was one of the only regions that had that. The Dutch and the English fought extensively.
I mean, it's so minty. It's not mint. And it's not eucalyptus.
It's like a spice, like
It's
clove.
spice. It's clove.
You can put it in. Do you give up?
I give up.
It's nutmeg.
Oh shit! I would have never guessed. It didn't come.
Okay.
It didn't come. Oh.
All right. All right. So, what kind of materials can you use for natural dyeing? Because I know like some synthetic materials, they don't really absorb the color.
Yes.
So like, and what are your preferred materials?
Ideally, with natural dyes, because the yarn, it just absorbs color so much better, are natural materials. So cottons and linens and silks, those are incredible because they come from nature, and they're also the shedding is biodegradable. So those are really nice to work with. And so let's say other materials, like let's say nylon, that are plasticky materials, you cannot natural dye them.
Yeah.
It just cannot bond to the yarn. And so it's just not ideal.
Okay,
Basically.
so that's quite interesting.
Yeah, so I only use natural materials for my dyeing because it will absorb the color better, it will be long lasting, and yeah, they're really great to work with.
Okay, so so the garment industry has a lot of waste.
Yes.
So how do you work around it?
Yeah, so the garment industry is the second most polluting industry after the oil companies. It's quite disgusting. It's very scary reality. And working in the industry myself, I know how much waste comes with it. So I try to eliminate my waste by we have a lot of small cutoffs, so you can make hair ties or you can make headbands.
I noticed you made some bandanas on your Instagram.
Yes. So I love working like little like hair ties, which is also great for my little experiments I do at home. These I can reuse and I can make them into little headbands, and everyone loves them. So that's really practical. But I also work with some jewelry companies that like to have little pockets for their earrings, for their necklaces. So they work with me, and I give them my cutoffs basically, or I have my tailor create little bags for them. So at least it's being reused.
That's
and it's nice. A lot of these companies are using recycled silver, so it like also comes into their ethos.
Okay, so it's kind of like a whole cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. So challenge number 3. We have another oil here.
But everything's sticking to my nose already. It's hard.
So clues, it's used in cooking Asian food, especially like sambal. The benefits is it helps relieve anxiety, stress, and it boosts your immune system.
Okay.
It stimulates digestion and helps repel bugs. For skin, it reduces the appearance of age spots and scars, and also helps if you have any pimples. So
Okay.
you're gonna get this really fast, I think.
Oh, don't say that because then I won't. I'll feel even worse. Oh, I know this one.
Yeah, you know this one.
I know
yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah. Think sambal.
Yeah. Of course, it's I know it. I know it.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so it could be it's lemongrass or no, it's not
that's not
lemongrass. It's what's it called? The pink flower that you can use for sambal?
No, the other one. It's a friend of that. It's the family of an
Cousin.
orange. Like it's the family of an orange or a lemon.
Oh, it's the jeruk bali.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it called in English?
Kaffir lime. But I'm gonna say you got
Lime.
that.
Okay,
So you did good on that.
Of course.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, it's such a familiar smell.
Right?
I love sambal.
Love sambal. I'm so good in lalapan as well.
Yeah, so good.
So you have a clothing brand. It's called Rimba. So can you tell us why you chose to start Rimba and your inspiration behind this?
Okay, so Rimba started a little bit unconventionally, but so Rimba means deep jungle or deep forest in Indonesian. That's what it translates to.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and so I was inspired by it because I always remembered when I was in kindergarten and also much younger, first and second grade, we had all our Indonesian books and they talked so much about hutan rimba, which is mostly where all the mystical creatures were and where all the like, you had the harimau and you had all the animals that were like the top dogs.
Yeah.
And it was like a moment in a magic situation. So it was used more as like a nostalgic storyline.
Yep. It was the fairy place, right?
Yes, exactly. Yep. So that's why I always remembered hutan rimba and rimba, and I decided to stick with that for my brand name. Yeah, and so Rimba kind of started a little bit unconventionally. Usually a brand would start that you create a collection and then you photograph the collection and then you put it online and then you get orders. Whereas with me, I started with a few pieces, put it in a few stores, collected money back, was then able to invest in a photo shoot, and kind of then added one more store, and only through that then I was able to actually create a full collection, photograph it, and have it online. So it launched online in March or April this year. So very new online, but it had already been in stores for about a year and a half.
Amazing. And how's it doing?
Yeah, great. I think it's really cool. Like, I'm going to Paris Fashion Week in about 3 weeks. So I'm preparing for that. That's really exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah. So little steps. Yeah.
Okay, that's really amazing. All right, so the last challenge is, it's going to be, this one's a bit tough because we've actually mixed 3 different essential oils.
Well, I gotta use my other hand, or like my back.
So the benefits of this oil, it's deodorizing, improves skin tones, helps fight acne, and aids digestion, and also has antiseptic properties.
Okay. It's not patchouli, is it patchouli?
No, but we love patchouli.
Love patchouli. I think I need to put it over here. I know that's a little weird, but...
That's alright.
The only place that hasn't touched yet any of the oils today.
And if one thing smells familiar, just say it.
Oh, this is so hard.
One of the ingredients originates from France. So it's like...
lavender.
Yes.
Definitely lavender.
Okay, now you can smell it.
I just came back from Provence, so
yes.
It smells a little... Orange? No?
Close.
Lemon.
Yes.
Okay.
You're good at this. You're getting good. And the last one is also like a herb. No, use it for cooking.
Cooking. Jahe.
No. Close. It's a root as well. It's more of like a European thing they use.
A European thing for cooking?
Yeah. But it grows here. And they use it here usually for like sakit perut.
Nutmeg?
No. They usually use it here for like sakit perut or masuk angin that you put it on your belly.
Yeah, balsam.
It's an ingredient in balsam.
I hurt my neck and I think I'm smelling also the balsam from the back. I'm not sure it's
but it is in balsam.
Minyak kayu putih?
No, the other one they use. Kalau sakit perut kembung, they always use this.
Yeah, minyak kayu putih, minyak telon.
No, it's an ingredient in minyak telon though. You're so close. You're so close.
I don't know.
Fennel.
Oh, okay. I would never guess that. I wouldn't have known.
But you did really well. I'm super impressed.
Thank you.
So last question. Do you want to tell our audience like what you're doing, if there's anything exciting or things that are coming up? I know Paris Fashion Week,
well,
but
I know
anything
I mentioned
else?
Paris Fashion Week. Yeah, so I'm thinking of opening my own store. It's all up in the air, but that is something.
Exciting.
But I'm ready to kind of venture outside of Bali. I have now Rimmba 9 stores here, so I'm ready to kind of
9 stores, that's amazing.
Yeah, kind of ready to leap across continent and maybe start in the American market or maybe the Australian market, but attend trade fairs. I still haven't been to a trade fair before for Rumba, so I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so I think the expansion abroad and
amazing.
And trying to educate people on natural dyes with my clothing too.
So we also have some pieces that you brought with you today. Mm-hmm. These are super cute jumpsuits.
Thank you.
And they're beautiful colors. So could you tell us what is this color?
Okay, so this is made from a blend of mango leaf, sapan wood, and mahogany.
Amazing. Who knew that the color would be so beautiful?
Yeah, it's such a fire red. There are
a
few ways of actually getting this fire red. Every traditional kampong actually in Indonesia will have a different way of using natural dyes and different ingredients. So I think that's what makes it so special. There's not just one way.
Okay.
There's not just one ingredients. But that is created from the blend.
And this is linen, right?
As well.
Oh,
yeah, this is linen and this is cotton.
Okay.
So the beautiful thing about linen is actually you can see the yarns. It will dye quite differently. It's not like a constant even. You can almost see a little bit of like the serat kain.
Versus, let's say, your pants, right?
Yeah, so this is more of an even.
So
it's crinkle, but it's super nice. You can see it more actually in the purple, which is from
so what's this?
sapan wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
so
is a really beautiful color, like.
Yeah, so you can see, and you can see that it basically has a really nice way of that the color like
Yeah.
binds to the fabric.
And I can
Shows a
actually
little bit
see
of
what you're talking
texture.
about here, about the
Yeah, so
texture.
it basically shows the texture of the fabric. Yeah, which is really,
Amazing.
really special, and you
Amazing.
don't get that through synthetic dyes.
That's really amazing. Super impressed.
Yeah, I brought some other things too. This brown is from lumpur, actually from the mud of the rice paddies.
What?
This is mud dyed. Yeah, this is mud dyed. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, this green, which was also interesting to me, was actually dyed with roses. I thought that I was gonna get
What
a
color
pink.
rose?
It was red.
Red roses.
Yeah, red
And
roses.
this
I
is green,
thought-
you guys.
Yeah, so the color definitely did not adhere to my material. I was just left with the green color.
That's really amazing. It's
Yeah.
kind of magical and like cease to surprise you, right? Every
Yeah,
time you do it, it's
I
gonna
was
be
very surprised
surprised.
as well. This is also from the mulberry, which was probably during the third
So-
dye bath. This is the first one, or this is probably the first one, and then this one was the second one. So it becomes lighter and lighter, and then this is the third.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, and I think I already talked about this one is indigo. This one is mixture of indigo and mango
This is really a
leaf.
beautiful color.
Yes, so beautiful. This is from the cherry mangrove bark. Yeah, so that is pretty cool.
That's amazing.
And
And this is kind of
then
your signature
marigold.
color, I feel.
Yeah, so and then I have marigold, which is my signature color, which everyone seems to love, and it's actually really fun. But yeah, you have to be very careful with dyeing with marigold, because you can also get a very green dye bath.
That is so interesting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming today. I'm going to link everything below. So be sure to check out Karunia's page and also her Instagram, which is really fun, you guys, because you do like these cute stories where you show people how you dye.
I should keep up with that. I haven't been showing a lot of the things I've been doing lately, but I need to get back into it.
So that's something that I really enjoy watching.
Yeah, everyone loves it.
So thank you for sharing that. And be sure to follow and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow our social media and also Karunia's social media pages to stay up to date.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much and see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.